Hey there, good morning, Pamela. From the beginning, Turkish intelligence officials and U.S. intelligence officials suspected that ISIS was linked to this attack, that either ISIS had inspired it or had direct connections. Now you've got a U.S. lawmaker coming forward saying that Ahmed Shatayev was the leader of this attack, was the ringleader in this case. He is a well-known ISIS militant known to counterterrorism officials. They believe that he is the one who directed his three foot soldiers, as you might call them, people who had spent time in Raqqa, which is the de facto ISIS capital in Syria. Sources tell CNN that the three bombers had traveled from Raqqa to Istanbul a month ago and that they had rented an apartment here. That's where investigators located a passport belonging to one of the bombers. It's a big break in this investigation as officers try to learn more about who these men are and as they continue to carry out counterterrorism operations, raids that have already resulted in the detainment of 22 people who were brought in for further questioning in connection with these attacks. Also at that apartment complex, we know that investigators are talking to neighbors, talking to people who may have seen these bombers in the last month. One woman tells CNN that she smelled chemicals coming from the apartment, even though a source tells CNN that he believes that the bombs were made outside of Turkey. There are new pictures today to show you of what the news agency Ataturk says are the three bombers arriving at the airport. As we've reported before, these men came here in a taxi. These are images, according to Ataturk, that show the men getting out of the taxi before they enter the airport, unleashing this deadly attack. The death toll, 43 people. The bombers hitting three locations: the departure hall, the arrival hall, and also an area just outside of the terminal, Pamela. Well, in terms of security, there was a lot of comfort that this airport did have very high levels of security in place, levels that actually exceeded international standards, which is why security forces felt comfortable that this airport could reopen just 5 hours after the attack. But while flights are coming into and out of this airport, there is a big operation on the ground in Turkey. There are these ongoing counterterrorism operations, these raids that were started following this attack, which are aimed at finding other ISIS members who could still be within the country, people who could possibly have more information about what happened here or information about other existing plots. We know that these raids have resulted in the detainment of 22 people in both Istanbul and the coastal city of Izmir, and you have to expect that these raids will be ongoing. This is a country that's had 8 suicide bombs just this year. Authorities believe that ISIS is behind 3 of them, including the one that happened at this airport, so they are certainly targeting in these operations any other members of ISIS, people who could be connected to or inspired by ISIS and who could be plotting future attacks here, Maggie. Thanks, guys. Thank you.